What's up, everybody? I hope y'all having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I know I am because I get to relax, and that's the good thing. Now, let's talk about politics. Not a lot of people like talking about politics, but you know what? We're going to talk about it. First things up, a few days ago, Trump and his team had their first federal budget proposal, and it was so horrible. Betsy DeVos, she presented her uh, education budget, and y'all, I'm just going, why? What was this for? Now, I'm saying that because basically the proposal was to cut the agency's budget for education by $9.2 billion or 13.5%. Now, all the people, when they heard that, they just looked at each other going, And one person was so mad. I love her for that. It was Democratic Representative Rosa De La Rue. I can't say her name correctly, but I said that first part right. But you guys have got to check out this video on when she talks about the budget. She calls it cruel, she calls it inhumane, and she calls it heartless because you basically are taking $9.2 billion away from all of these kids' education. And you think that's okay? But no, check this out. And I want you guys just check it out and tell me what you think.
If we are going to have a robust conversation about education, then let's put the facts on the table and go from there. This is a budget, and I characterized it, Mr. Chairman, in the Ag Appropriations Committee this morning. It is cruel, it is inhumane, and it is heartless. A $9.2 billion cut to education. And the fact of the matter is that when my colleague talked about there's 10%, there's less money going to high poverty areas. The teachers are more likely to be novices in these places. Those underserved areas are going to be hurt. We're none of us in here going to be hurt. We're going to be fine. Our kids and our grandkids are going to be okay. But millions of kids around this country are going to suffer what has been done with a $9.2 billion cut to our education programs, which is supposed to serve our youngsters, make sure they have a good future and a bright future. And I'm going to fight this budget, Mr. Chairman, with every fiber of my body because it is wrong to do this to our kids.
Now, I applaud for what she did, and kudos to those who were standing up and fighting for what they believe in and everything else along the way. It's almost like how they want to take $6 million away from healthcare, but they heard this and they go, what? That's stupid. No, we're not going to do that. But they added $2 million to the healthcare, so that's a good thing. And also helped out with Jimmy Fallon and his family and everything along the way. So if you don't remember that, check out my videos. You'll find out where it is. But we're going to move on along the way. So in Portland, Oregon, many people, or some of you guys may know about the train killing that happened on Friday. This happened because there was a raging white supremacist on the train, and he was harassing two Muslim women on the Portland train. It's just so sad and just so idiotic for people to be still doing this. We're still doing the racism and everything else along the way, and you want to do this to hurt these people. They didn't do nothing to you, yet you want to be an ass to them and everything else along the way. But you know what? Continue on with that story. There were three gentlemen who tried to stop this guy, and they made a sacrifice, and it's devastating to hear about this. Those three gentlemen, they were 23-year-old, I hope I say his name correctly, Taliesin Namkai Michi. He was a recent college graduate from Portland's Reed College. There was 53-year-old, Ricky Betts. He was an Army vet, and he was the father of four. And you also have 21-year-old Micah Fletcher. He's a current college student who is interested in poetry and music. Now, these gentlemen, they fought for these ladies, and they are heroes. And I love those guys. I say love a lot to a lot of people who fight for a lot of things. So there you go. And they stood up and they did this for those women, and uh, hopefully those women got to safety along the way. Now, the person who was attacking the women was 35-year-old Jeremy Christian. Now, Jeremy Christian, he was arrested for aggravated murder. He was arrested for 2 counts of second degree intimidation, and he was also arrested for being a felon in possession of a restricted weapon. What do I mean by that? Because on the train, he carried a knife with him, and he stabbed the 3 gentlemen who defended those women. Now, 2 of the guys they didn't make it. However, Michael Fletcher, he did. He survived it, and he's telling a story about what happened and how we shouldn't be dealing with all this racism and everything along the way. He's still in recovery, but I have a feeling, this message is going to get to a lot of people, and he is the guy, Jeremy Christian. He's dangerous on so many levels. He's once brought a baseball bat to the March for Free Speech, and he wanted to assault left-wing protesters and everything else along the way. And you go, what? I don't know. I know how you guys feel, but that's the society that we live in. We got people who think it's okay to hurt someone when they haven't done anything to you. We still deal with the KKK. You got racism and everything else along the way. And so people are still going to continue doing that because that is the society that we live in. And, my prayers go out to the families for those who have been, who are not here on this earth as we speak, because of the whole Manchester with this going on. And then recently what happened today and everything else along the way. Now, continuing on with our stories, you've got Jason David Frank. If you guys know Jason David Frank, he's a great guy. He's well known on the Power Rangers. Now, if you're a big fan of Power Rangers like me, it will be awesome to be a Power Ranger or even meet a Power Ranger. Now, he's well known as Tommy Oliver in the Power Rangers series and everything along the way. Now, he's the legendary Green Ranger. However, he's played multiple ones. He's played red. He's played black. He's just a great guy. He's just a great guy. I once won a contest from him in which, I got plane tickets from him and his wife, and I still have it. And, it's kind of cool of me, because I still have it. And it's framed up, so Jason David Frank, if you're watching this, I still have it, and it's framed up, so it's really cool. Now, if you're into cosplay, you go cosplay, you go to all these anime conventions, you show your cosplay off and everything along the way, and it's really cool. And a lot of people have props and whatnot. I myself, I haven't cosplayed before, but I like to start cosplaying. I want to cosplay as this guy called Midnight Tiger. He's a really cool guy, and he's not well known in comic book series, but you know what? It'd be kind of cool to cosplay him. Now, what I was talking about on cosplay, well, a few days ago, Jason David Frank, he was at the Phoenix Comic Con, and when he was there, you got all these people coming, and there was this one guy. He was 31-year-old Matthew Sterling. He came to the Comic Con portraying the Punisher. If you guys don't know who the Punisher is, he's an uncompromising vigilante. He's sometimes good, sometimes bad, but you never know. He's basically like a mercenary. But he kicks ass and he's real cool. And Netflix is also doing a series about him, so that's really nice. And Matthew Sterling, he came to the convention to cosplay as him, and he brought something that wasn't quite allowed at the conventions. This guy brought guns to this convention, like not fake guns, real guns, and he said that he was targeting the bad police officers and also David Frank, and Sterling was saying he was going to kill the Aphrodite officers, or those who are bad officers, and also he wanted those who wanted to stop or hurt him in some way. And we were trying to figure people still trying to figure out why he wants to do this, because on his calendar he's saying that on the day that it happened, he wants to do it on May 25th where the convention was going on, and so he said on his calendar, kill Jason David Frank. Now Jason David Frank, he's a fighter. If y'all don't know who he is, I believe, a 5-time black belt, if I'm not mistaken, or a Muay Thai fighter. or so. But you know, he's badass. But you know, Jason David Frank. Thankfully, he didn't get hurt. You know, the police called him before he got to Jason David Frank, and that's a good thing. And Jason David Frank, he released a statement talking about it and everything else along the way. Now, Sterling, he was charged with attempted murder, and he is booked on a $1 million bond. So if you know, that happens, you know, that's the thing. Now, moving on, you know, still talking about like comics and everything else along the way. If you love Wonder Woman, you know, she's a great superhero in the DC universe, and they're coming out with a movie next week, and that's really cool. Now, if you don't know, Alamo Drafthouse, they are an amazing movie theater where they have a ton, I believe, in Texas, some and not overseas, like in the U.S. and everything along the way. And the main one, I believe, is in Austin. Now, with Wonder Woman coming out, they actually had a great idea, and this is a cool idea. So basically, a few days before the showing, they wanted to do a showing of Wonder Woman, of course. However, the only people that will be able to go and see this movie is women. Now, you're probably wondering why, because this movie embarks on girl power, and it embarks on so much going on. Now, when I say a ton of women going to be, I mean there's going to be women who's going to be working there, people who are going to be like taking tickets, that kind of thing. Only people going to be watching this are women. Now, because of this, a lot of guys are saying, oh no, this is stupid, you know, you guys are being sexist and blah, 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 and all this. Guys, it's 2017. They're not being sexist or anything else like that. What they're trying to do is they are embracing on girl power, and this is what they are doing. So, if you think this is sexist, here's the thing. You're an idiot, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You are an idiot, okay? But, reading on, continuing on, the proceeds that they make off of the showing of Wonder Woman, it actually goes to all of the women charities, you know, and that's a really good thing to hear about this. And I love it, you know? Like I said, I love for things that people fight and stand up for, so it's a good thing. Now, you know, what other things do I have to tell you guys? Well, let me tell you. I'm going back to politics, okay? A lot of people miss Barack Obama, okay? I miss Barack Obama so much, you have no idea. You guys see my videos, you'll see me looking at a photo of Barack Obama and his family, and I miss those guys. And there's this little girl who lives in Texas. I don't know where, but let me tell you, she is so cute. Her name is Taylor, that's all I know. And her mother posted a video of her asking one question. Where's Barack Obama? And why do we have to deal with all these, why do we have to deal with this politics? Because you know who else she wanted to win? She wanted Hillary Clinton to win, y'all. And she is so sweet, but let me tell y'all need to watch the video and everything else along. So watch the video and you just love it.
Barack Obama go, but why do we have another president? So why did he go? Where did he go? So why do we have the president we have now at the same spot he was? And why did he leave it anyway?
Because the president can only serve 2 terms for...
But how come Hillary did not get to be the president? And why is she the loser? And what are they even supposed to be winning?
They get to be the president of the United States.
But how do they get to do that, and how do they win?
Everybody in the country has an opportunity to vote. Like you voted for the chocolate chip cookie or the other cookie at school.
I voted at school. I voted for the pizza.
Oh, I'm sorry, pizza and a hamburger. And I'm saying...
Cute, right? This is so cute. She's so cute and everything. But with everything I've talked about in this video, I want you guys to tell me what you think. Tell me about what you think about the Portland. Tell me about what you think about the whole education budget. Tell me about Jason David Frank, Wonder Woman, Little Taylor. Tell me what is on your guys' mind. I want you guys to let me know so that way I can tell everybody else in the future and everything else along the way. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Like, share, comments, everything else along the way. And with that being said, peace out.